Oh, so you can't afford to buy me a present for Christmas this year?
I'm beginning to wish that I had rare voice, just because I'm tired of spending more than I should and getting less than I could. It's cheaper than my other phone for sure. I'm beginning to wish that I had rare voice. It's the very best choice. And the happiest thing I'll see are the features that are free. That's why I've got rare voice.
Isn't it time you upgrade your home phone? Sign up for RevVoice today, and you can win great weekly prizes and a brand new Honda CR-V from Nassau Motor Company. Get RevVoice home phone for as low as $14.99 a month. Rejoice this Christmas with RevVoice.
Good evening, Bahamas. You're tuned into NB12, broadcasting from Cable 12 Studios on Robinson Road. Coming up tonight in news, a man's dead body is found after being in an elevator shaft for nearly a week. The country reaching 100 murders after an inner-city shooting last night. Ground broken for a multi-million-dollar resort on Eleuthera, plus the F&M criticizing the government for overgrown subdivisions. We've got those stories and so much more coming up. I'm Paige McCartney, and NB12 starts right now. Welcome once again to NB12. The week-long search for a handyman ended in tragedy today when his decomposed body was found in the Mayfair Hotel on West Bay Street. Police say his body may have been there for about 5 days. They're trying to determine why the man was inside the building, which is currently being renovated. Bonnie Toot reports.
Relatives and friends of Samuel Wiley spent days searching the West Bay Street area for him. This morning, his body was discovered in an unused elevator shaft here at the old Mayfair Hotel. Grieving relatives consoled each other as the hearse carrying the body of Sammy Wiley prepared to leave the scene. Friends say the handyman lived and worked in the old Mayfair Hotel, which is currently being renovated. His roommate Lowell Hyler says he searched the old building at around 10 this morning after smelling a foul odor. That's when he made the disturbing discovery.
We was taking it for a rat in the building. Written it was not a rat. Just the time when we went in the building this morning and screwed out, there was Sammy.
Police Press Liaison Officer Inspector Chrislyn Skippings believes Wiley's decomposed body was inside the elevator shaft from last week.
The body is decomposed, and so it's going to call for us to do some little scientific work as it relates to this particular incident. And as soon as we have that information available for you, we will give you a proper update. We suspect maybe about 5 days, about 4 to 5 days, that body may have been inside that unused shaft of the elevator.
With tears streaming down his face, Wiley's roommate recalled searching for his friend for more than a week.
8 days now, I was saying him. I keep going in the square where he normally hangs out, asking everybody if they see him. And nobody ever gonna tell me if they see him. I come to find this morning. When we put the shin down, that was Sammy. Dad. And I really gonna miss him, because he really was a nice friend to me. We eat together, I save food for him, we all drink together.
Wiley's sister-in-law, Tamika Wiley, says his worried siblings began searching for him over the weekend. She and his longtime friend, Cyril Newton, remember him as a kind and loving person.
We were looking for him on Saturday, but we couldn't find him, just from Saturday.
This news obviously comes as a shock.
Yes, it is. It is. It is.
Did he have any children?
No, no kids. We're going to miss him, though. He was a great person.
Samuel was one of my best friends. We hang out together, we party together, we drink together, we do everything together. You know, he was a wonderful guy, not a troublesome person, quiet, a little bit shy. He was not the type of person that would go there and get himself in trouble.
Police say foul play is not suspected. Reporting for NB12, I'm Voinik Toot.
A man in his mid-20s is this country's 100th murder victim for the year. Police say he was gunned down during an incident on Lincoln Boulevard, north of Cordo Avenue last night. Police Press Liaison Officer Inspector Kristen Skipping says officers received reports of gunshots being fired in that area after 10 last night.
Our officers responded and on arrival met the lifeless body of a male lying in the street at Lincoln Boulevard. At present, we are investigating. We are making an appeal to members of the public because we have no leads at this particular time. And so anyone who may have any information who can assist with that particular matter or any other matter, as a matter of fact, we want you to give our officers a call.
The victim, today identified as 25-year-old Dario Knowles of Step Street, Fox Hill, was shot in the upper body. Inspector Skipping says police have no leads at this time. Well, a female is said to be assisting police with investigations into last night's double traffic fatality. One of the victims is believed to be a teenager. 2 people died and 2 others are in serious condition following the car crash that occurred on East Street, south of Gibbs Corner. Inspector Skipping says police were notified of the accident at around 11:40 p.m. She says authorities are still uncertain of the circumstances surrounding the incident, which involved a 2004 navy blue Mitsubishi Lancer.
A male and female succumbed in that car crash. They would have been the rear seat passengers of a navy blue 2004 Mitsubishi Lancer. The driver and the front passenger, who's also a female, is detained in hospital at this time.
Well, some good news now. After years of being plagued with permitting and title issues, ground was broken at the French Leave Resort in Governor's Harbor, Eleuthera this afternoon. Resort officials were joined by Prime Minister Perry Christie for the brief ceremony, which many hope will mark the beginning of long-term gains for the island. Our Jasmine Bonamy was there. She filed this report.
Investors say it will take 2 phases to complete the project, and the entire resort will cost a combined $12 million.
Back in late June, the U.S. developer behind the project told our news team that he had expected to break ground by September. Now, nearly 2 months later, all involved insist starting the project late is better than never starting at all. The $12 million resort consists of 38 cottages, a restaurant, clubhouse, and marina village, and is located just off Queens Highway overlooking Governor's Harbor. Prime Minister Christie and several of his cabinet colleagues were on hand for the event. Christie called the project a major boost for the sluggish Eleuthera economy.
It is no wonder then that ever since my first term in office 7 years ago, up to the present, in collaboration with your former and present representatives in Parliament and my cabinet colleagues, we have been relentless in pursuing a suitable touristic residential project for this magnificent site in Governor's Harbor, which stretches from the picturesque harbor up to the rolling hills back to French Leave, one of, if not the finest pink sand beach to be found anywhere in the world. I'm really therefore pleased that my government has been able in short order to approve the Shaner Group, headed by its chairman and chief executive officer, Mr. Lance T. Shaner, acquiring the majority interest in French Leave Marina Village Limited, and together with his partners, Mr. Law and Mr. Robert Poole, proceeding with phase 1 of the project to be followed upon completion with the implementation of phase 2. These 2 phases will entail the investment of some $12 million.
The Shaner Hotel Group will provide the majority of the financing and manage the property. The U.S. corporation has more than 34 owned and managed properties and thousands of employees across the U.S. Shaner has entered into an agreement with local partner Governor's Harbor Resort and Marina. Lance Shaner, chairman of Shaner Hotel Group, says it is looking forward to establishing a viable brand in the Bahamas.
We're off to a great start. We wanted to make things happen now, so we've put together the proper financial structure to begin this beautiful, beautiful resort, which will consist of pool, spa area, restaurant, lounge, individual villas, both 2 and 1 bedroom. So we're very excited to be proceeding with this project.
Phase 1 and 2 of French Leave, which is located on 7.5 acres of land, could only be the beginning for Shaner Bahamas. Developers say they are waiting to see how the resort is received to decide what to do with up to 270 acres of real estate owned by the partnership. Developers say dozens of Eleutheran natives are expected to receive work. Central to the style of French Leave is building in a traditional Bahamian style. Vehicles will not be allowed on the resort as guests will drive golf carts. Renewable energy is also a key component of the resort. The venture is the first hotel development in the Caribbean by the Shaner Hotel Group. Reporting for NB12 News, I'm Jasmine Bonamy.